Hey guys, what's going on? It's Corbin from Circa 2020 back for another most important video. Obviously I look like I'm ready to go into some sort of battle here, and it's kind of a tricky subject to talk about because I don't want to put off the vibe that we're trying to LARP or we have some sort of folklore that we may all need to be warriors in the near future. But the fact of the matter is, the last week things have been a little bit unsettling. The news, everything that's going on has been a little bit unsettling. The world is a very, very volatile place right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I choose the path to be prepared. I hope that the stuff that I have on just remains hanging on my closet rack, and my guns remain in their cabinet or at the range, and we can sit here and talk about building stuff and Cerakoting stuff and having fun together for the rest of the time until we all grow old and pass it on to the people below us. But it's time that we seriously start thinking and preparing for an alternative course of action. So I will say this. I'm in no way saying that this is what you have to do. I'm in no way saying that I recommend this, but this is a way for me to tell you this is how I'm doing it. Maybe how you want to do it. Maybe some ideas for you. Some general rules of thumb. I am in no way an expert or a professional when it comes to kitting out or dressing up to be a warrior or to go out and be a tactician or an operator. That's not what I am. What I am is just a dad with a family who I want to make sure that no matter what situation arises, I can be somewhat ready for it, and as ready as I can be, and at least enough to make me go to bed a little easier at night, knowing that I have some stuff that can help me. So, without further gloom and doom or me talking anymore, I'm just going to tell you what we got going on. So this is my go kit. If I was to need to go, whether that's go to the store under duress, or go get water, fresh water under duress, or go get anything we need, or go as in we are going somewhere else. If that situation ever arises and I need to go out of the house, and we need to be prepared, and I need to be prepared for something that could meet me that wants to harm my family or myself or take something from me that I need, this is what I'm putting on. Now, I might not put on a t-shirt and khaki shorts and a pair of Crocs. I might not have my hair styled from work all day. Things probably won't be that casual, but as far as gear, this is what I would want to come out of the house with and get in my truck with or go on foot with. This is my light travel system. I feel like if I had to go do 10 miles in this, I could do it. Even though I'm not in great shape, I still think I could do it. So we'll go in one at a time here. We're in the garage again. I like the garage because I can speak, even because I get to do these videos a lot when everybody's sleeping. So I can be loud, we can talk, we can laugh, we can hoot, holler, and I can speak clearly so you guys can hear me. So that's why we're in the garage again. Probably won't do a whole lot more videos in the house unless it's something that calls for it. So here we go. If I got to come out of the house and go on foot, the first thing that I'm going to grab, no, not the SBR, no, not the side pistol, and no, not this vest. The first thing that I'm going to grab is going to be this bag. Now, maybe not this bag in particular, and that goes the same for all the gear I have on besides this vest. It's my only vest. But this is not my only rifle. This is not my only pistol. This is just symbolism on things I would carry, because this pistol doesn't even fit in this. But my pistol that does, that I have for this holster, I have torn apart because I'm Cerakoting right now. And I wanted to do this video because I have some energy and everybody went to bed early, and why not? Because what happened today, I feel like it's a good idea to talk about it. Not with what happened with me, but what happened with President Trump. Do I want to get into that? I don't know. Let me get into that for a minute. I hope I don't lose y'all here. So today, August 10th, is the day that Trump got removed from his podium and was told that there was a shooting on the White House grounds, and, you know, next thing, yada, 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 doesn't matter. Everybody's losing their minds. What people have to understand is that's happening every day. The deep state, the radical left, radical extremist of any, doesn't even have to be left, right, I don't care. Crazy people are moving against the current administration for their own gains, for their own political beliefs, whatever the reason is. Things are nuts, and it's not just what happened today. That's every day. He lives it. You didn't have an ounce, and I don't care if you support Trump or not, and I don't care what you think if I support Trump or not. I'm my own guy. I'd support anybody at any time for any reason as long as it aligns with my beliefs. I like some things he does. I don't like some things he does. And ultimately, I wish we wouldn't have a president at all. I wish this was just run by the people and we could all be accountable for our own selves and take care of the people who can't be accountable for their own selves. But that's my opinion. But anyways, people have to understand, this stuff happens every day. He's living it. There wasn't an ounce of fear in that guy's eyes when they come and got him, because this is where he's at 24/7. He just said you probably won't see him much anymore because he's got a lot of enemies. It's happening every day for him. If he topples, the country topples. That's a guarantee. And I'm not going to get into it any more than that. But you, on the other side of that screen, need to get your crap together. Whether it's this, whether it's your food and water, whether it's your plans, whether it's your family, whether it's knowledge, whether it's anything. Get it together, because we don't have that much time if this is how things are going to go every day. We are getting to the flash point, and at any second, could be 2 seconds from now, could be 10 minutes from now, could be 10 months from now. I hope it never happens, but guys, seriously, I'm passionate about this. That's why I'm trying to help you. That's why I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, so maybe it helps one person in the future if we need it. Now I'm done. The bag. Doesn't have to be this bag. This bag was actually a free bag that I got for joining the NRA. They're under attack now, but we won't get into that. I actually have this equipped currently as my range bag, and I have another go bag that I have set up in my truck. It's my get home bag, but really quickly I can have things moved around to where this is my go bag and that's my survival bag and yada yada yada. I have like 5 or 10 bags. I don't have them all kitted out right now, but if I had to go on foot, I would want a smaller bag, something that I can't put more than 25 pounds in, because I'm wearing another probably 30 pounds right now. So another 25 pounds or so in this. You definitely want to have a medical kit, tourniquet kit, tool kit, basic tool kit to work on your firearms if you need. Lots of ammo, ear protection, eye protection, even though, you know, don't forget about your hearing and your eyes when the world ends. Just because you're not at the range doesn't mean you might not need your ear protection and eye protection. It's not a bad idea to have no matter what, especially in a combat situation. You know, change of clothes. I have emergency food bar in there. Water is super important. So just being able to pack the necessary items in a bag that you can go with. So medical, food, water, ammunition, knives, toolkit, basic survival, very basic survival stuff can go in here. You got your bag covered. You can ruck that bag. Actually, I'll leave it up here. You can ruck that bag if you need to, you know, something that you can carry, something that's not going to weigh you down, something that's not going to stick out and be cumbersome, because the idea is to move quickly and silently and get to where you need to go and get home and not have any worries about it, or get to where you need to go and stay there, whatever the case may be. Second thing we're going to show you here is a sidearm, chest arm, sidearm. If I leave, I'm going to have a sidearm, which will be this pistol, and then I have a chest arm as well. And that gun is torn apart right now. Fits perfectly for this holster. It's torn apart because I'm Cerakoting it. But a sidearm, chest arm, whatever the case may be. 2, 3. There is such a thing as too many guns. In a situation where you want to be able to travel light, you don't want to have to carry a ton of different things. So obviously a sidearm and a main arm is probably minimum of what you'd want. I'm going to go with 3 myself. I'm going to have a backup for the backup. So you definitely want a sidearm or a chest arm. And then you want to have your duty / combat / get me the hell out of Dodge firearm, whether that be an SBR like I've built for myself here, whether that be a regular AR-15, whether it be a shotgun, and I can go a couple different ways depending on the situation. You want to have yourself a full-blown firearm, a full-blown combat rifle, whatever you want to say, a carbine, pistol caliber carbine, just take a pistol, I don't care. Get yourself a firearm that you use a lot, that you're good with, that you're trained with, that you know what the hell you're doing with, and that you trust. This firearm was built with all the best parts, went through all the hoops to jump through for everything you see on this rifle. This thing's my baby, and if I had to leave, it would be between, if I had to go, it would be between this and another rifle that I built, and we'd be having some fun with that. So next thing is a good single point sling or dual point sling, whatever you want to run, but you don't want to have to hold your firearm the whole time, so a good sling. I choose this M&P single point system. I like it a lot. Works really well. Along with the single point system, you want to have a bracket on your firearm to work with a single point. Now, I also have a couple different ways you can do that. You can do a QD bracket, so you have quick detach sling mounts on your end plate. You can do the end plates here with the brackets on just for the quick attach single point. You can have hand guards that have the QD attachment for a 2-point sling. So there's a lot of ways you can do that. But last but not least, you need to get yourself a vest. And I don't even care if you put anything bulletproof in it. I mean, obviously that's a good idea, but I'm not going to recommend a single bulletproof item because everybody has their own opinions about it. It's so hot in this garage. Everybody has their own opinions about it. I've watched independent studies on AR-500 armor. I've watched independent studies on Wish armor. You know how I like Wish. You know, I've watched independent studies on Canik. It's a yes and no for me, dog. I think AR-500 builds nice armor, but I've watched their own spatter test, and I've watched independent spatter and frag tests, and I wasn't real pleased with what I saw in those tests. I've watched the same thing from Canik. I've watched the same thing from a lot. This is what I'll tell you about plates. A lot of plates say that they're up to the NIJ standard. I think NIJ standard for level 2, 3, 4, whatever. They're built to that standard doesn't mean that they're certified. To get actual NIJ certified armor, it's loads of money. And with this being a budget channel, I'm not going to recommend doing that either. You have to do what you want to do when it comes to plates. Now, I have a plate in here. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to show you what it is because I don't want people to entrust their life into something that I promote because I've never been shot with it and I can't tell you how it works. I can only tell you what I found online. But with your vest, don't go out. This is where I won't tell you to do budget. I got really fortunate when I got this vest. Don't go out and buy a cheap plate carrier. I wouldn't recommend the cheap like Veritas or Pseudolite or whatever it is from AR-500. The straps from what I've seen are really uncomfortable. They're very miniature. They don't have a lot of attachment area on them. I can tell you where I would try to get one if I were you. This was actually a police issued vest. Now, if I were you, I would try to get yourself a police issued vest. And the only reason I say that is because this thing is extremely comfy, it's extremely rugged, and I trust it. Now I was hoping I could find maybe a brand on here for you, but there is no branding at all on this plate carrier. I will tell you that I did get this from a police officer. So hot. I did get this from a police officer, and it was one that he had an extra of from training, and he did hook me up with it. I've seen similar plate carriers to this go for about 160 to 180 bucks. I really feel like in order to get a decent plate carrier, you have to spend 160 to 180 bucks. But let me tell you a little strategy on how to combat spall and fragmenting with armor. If you want to run armor in your carrier, awesome. I do. I think you should too, but I'm not going to suggest armor. What I will suggest is the strategy that I use to combat spall and fragmenting. What is spall and fragmenting? When bullet hits steel, specifically full metal jacket rounds, 223, 556, 308, 762, whatever. When a full metal jacket hits a big piece of steel, that's a lot of energy, it's a lot of speed, it's a lot of velocity, and it's a lot of mass coming in and hitting steel and stopping. Some armor companies, they say that their armor captures the round, captures all the spall, all the fragmentation. The spall and fragmentation is when that round hits, bits of the round fly, and they say that their armor catches it. Although I've seen independent studies where a guy has put that specific armor in a box, has shot that armor, and the box was Swiss cheesed all the way around, where spall and fragmentation had just shredded it. If that hits you in the neck, if that hits your extremities, you're gonna die. So how I choose, the idea is not to get shot, but how I choose to combat that is I run my armor plate behind soft armor. What soft armor is it's non-steel, it's not hard, it's movable. Soft armor is basically for like stopping .22 or really slow moving rounds. It's also for, you can't stab through it, you can't puncture it. You can't puncture it, plain and simple. Doesn't mean I want to get shot by a rifle with it, but soft armor works pretty good. So I run soft armor over top my plate armor. You can read things online that say that that is a good idea. You can read things online that say, that is not a good idea. Got bit by a bug. But ultimately, that's what I chose to do, and I'm not suggesting you to do that. But I feel like that soft armor is going to get shoved into the hard armor. The hard armor is going to stop the round, and if there's any spall and fragmentation, my idea is physics in my head, and I'm not a physics expert, but it seems to me in my head that the soft armor would definitely cut down on spall and fragmentation from the round. Now I choose to run a little bit different plate. That's not a full steel plate. It's more of like a PE style with thin steel where it's going to catch the round a little bit better. That's, in my opinion, that's what I like. That's what I trust myself, but I'm not going to tell you what to use. That's up to you. Idea is good plate carrier. If something goes sideways, you're going to have to be in this thing a lot. So something that is rugged, heavy duty, sturdy, fits well. This fits a little high in the back yet for me. I would like to turn it down a little. Just haven't got around to perfecting it. I dropped it a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. The nice part is you can get these wraps for just about any strap. Get the wraps because it adds a lot of padding to the strap. It also adds for your camelback for your water. It adds more mole attachments, and now we're going to lead into the next thing. So you got your plate carrier that you like, you got your straps, and you got your plates, or you don't have your plates, or you have your soft armor, or whatever you want to do there. But make sure whatever carrier you get comes with standard MOLLE straps everywhere. Not just your plate carrier comes with its own couple pouches and maybe a rung of MOLLE straps, MOLLE webbing. Get one that's all MOLLE, that has nothing on it, just all MOLLE webbing. What MOLLE webbing is, are these little webs that you see everywhere. If you get MOLLE gear, it will not go anywhere. I can rip, now that's my panel, but I can rip on this mag pouch as hard as I want. It's not coming off. I can rip on this shotgun shell holder as hard as I can. It's not coming off. I can rip on that holster as hard as I can. It's not coming off. Not coming off. You web these straps in. You clip them in. They're nice and tight. It doesn't matter how much weight you put in them. They're not going anywhere. It keeps it nice and tight to the chest. The reason I say you want to get one with all the MOLLE attachment area possible is you can literally put as much as you want on it. On your sides, if you want to run a medic kit, if you want to run a bottle carrier, if you want to run anything like that, or more mag attachments, I would like to get another pistol, set of pistol mags to run on one of these panels. I'd like to get another one of those. But what I have right now, what I think is somewhat sufficient for right now, is I have this rifle magazine carrier. And you can see I'm getting ready to Cerakote some Circa camo into that. So I have a rifle mag carrier. I can get to any of my mags very quickly. And I do have them empty for the purpose of the video. In front of the rifle mag carrier is a pistol mag carrier. So I can run 3 full-size pistol mags in here. And here I have a shotgun shell. Now you can put other stuff in the inside, but this has room for, looks like 17 shotgun rounds in this shotgun carrier alone. Now I actually went to my local, one of my local FFL shops and picked up this and picked up this carrier, these mag carriers, and I think I might have spent $50 between the two of them. But the value that they provide is priceless. So I'm going to tell you to spend $150 on your plate carrier, on your vest, because in my experience from what I've looked at, that's what you got to spend to get something that's decent and durable. Soft armor is what it is. You can spend what you want with armor. I am not going to recommend any kind of hard or soft armor. That's totally on you. Single point sling, you can get a a generic single point sling for $15. Again, I try to go with a company that you trust. These Smith & Wesson M&P single points are $29, $39, something like that. And then the rest is just up to you on how you want to kit it out. So if you're in a go situation, you need a bag with your essentials. Your essentials: medic, ammo, a little bit of food, water, tools, basic survival stuff that you need, whatever you feel fit there. You need, in my opinion, you need a main firearm, an offensive firearm, and you need a backup sidearm, chest arm, whatever. You need the plate carrier. You can run armor if you want. And you need to kit your plate carrier out to what tailors to you. And you may be asking yourself, why do I have shotgun rounds if I'm not carrying a shotgun? Well, there are situations, depending on the situation, that I have, if you paid attention or if you've looked back through the channel, did a video on what I feel is the best home defense or personal defense gun, specifically for in the house, that you can get. And it's the Remington 870 TAC-14 DM, detachable magazine fed 12 gauge. That I ran an AR-15 pistol brace style, and I actually custom made an end plate that would go on a receiver for an AR-15. Obviously you don't need that for an 870, but I custom made that to work with the buffer tube for a single point, so I can single point that 14-inch shotgun, and I can carry that for certain things too. You know, for 12 gauge with double aught buck, you can handle a lot of what you can handle with an AR inside of 65 yards. You're going to handle it pretty well. You just don't have the capacity. But I did put these shotgun rounds on here because I don't want to have to carry extra shotgun rounds because they're so big and bulky and heavy. If I decided to pick up that weapon, they're already here. They don't, and it takes up so little room on the vest. It doesn't matter to me. I would like to get a vest to carry comms, or a carrier for comms and a carrier for more pistol mags. But besides that, I'm pretty confident that what I have, I can make work for as long as I need to make work someday. But going back to it, going to the next thing here, I'm going to put my ill-fitting pistol back in and get ready to wrap this up. But kind of going back to what we were saying here, you guys got to be prepared. I mean, it's not even, in my opinion now, I'm not sure if it's a matter of if anymore, as much as it may be a matter of when. And I hate saying that. I don't want to say that. But the fact of the matter is, It's better to be prepared now and not need it than it is to be late to the party and never be able to get it. Because listen, if things truly do pop off and if things truly do go south and go to an area where we have to use the stuff that you see in these videos, you're not going to be able to go to a store and buy it anymore. So now's the time. If you have any questions, please put in the comments about anything you see here. Questions, again, not everything is a product that I may carry, but it is symbolism of what I feel you should have. So this is Corbin from Circa 2020. Just a quick video here on what I think you need in a go situation. But again, it's just my personal preference. It's up to you to do what you feel comfortable with and what you feel you need in this situation for yourself. We'll see you around, guys. Please be safe and God bless.